In 1945, the churches in Britain and Ireland wanted to reach out to those left homeless, hungry and destitute in a Europe devastated by war. Christian Aid was born.
Each year in May, an organisation known as Interchurch Aid makes a national appeal for Christian Aid Week.
For 70 years, we've been driven by a simple goal: to love our neighbours as ourselves. And today, those problems of post-war Europe can be seen in India, Africa, and around the world. In more than 50 countries, we've given people the practical tools they need to find lasting solutions to end poverty, hunger, and hardship. With your support, and with our local partners, we've delivered life-saving emergency aid and rebuilt homes and lives torn apart by war or natural disaster.
The people in the city where I live were very, very generous indeed. And so we were able to pass the money on to Christian Aid.
Christian Aid works through almost 500 partner organisations to find the most effective and sustainable ways to respond to need and give people hope for the future. Margaret Bowden worked for Christian Aid Ireland for more than 30 years and was chief executive until 2012. She led the organisation through significant years of growth and positive change.
Christian Aid needed to develop in a way that represented the Irish church support that they received. We needed to be an aid agency in our own right, yet part of the greater Christian Aid family. And I think that the Irish churches have an agency that they can be proud of.
Today, Christian Aid continues to tackle the root causes of poverty, like tax dodging.
At the moment, many developing countries depend on the aid they get from wealthier nations. The irony is that tax dodging costs developing countries more than they are receiving in aid.
And climate change, because we need as many people as possible to help put pressure on governments and world leaders to bring change and protect the earth for future generations. Gender and equality for all.
And then children, they don't have enough food. They don't have any protection. Even if small boy, they take them as soldier. So it's very, very difficult for women and children. Children that cannot go to the school. Children that are on the street.
Conflict, war, and violence.
I thought we were orphans, but Christian Aid said they'll look for our parents. And a year later, they found them. I was so happy.
What are the things that make people poor? And that's what Christian Aid always wants to address, is the causes of poverty. One of the major causes of people being marginalised, people being killed, people having to flee from their homes, leaving their jobs and their livelihoods behind, is war and violence.
When appropriate, Christian Aid works with like-minded organisations to show our solidarity with the world's poor, to be the voice of the voiceless.
200 organisations and tens of thousands of people have been campaigning over the last 6 months on some of the root causes of hunger, to highlight the fact that 1 in 8 people around the world go hungry every night.
Grinding poverty continues to blight the lives of more than 1 billion people today. It doesn't have to be that way. We believe, with your support and with that of our member churches and our other partners, including Irish Aid, we can end poverty for good. We'll continue to use the experience and expertise that we've built up over the last 70 years to make that happen. And we'll work to ensure that everyone receives a fair share of the world's resources. Please continue to support us in doing this vital work. We cannot do it without you. Thank you.